Hi, Bob Huffman here, and this is episode 1 of I don't know what I'm going to call it. But the concept here is that the community asks me questions about my life and about BC Comix and about communities, and I answer those questions in a way that can help enrich your lives or your local communities where you play games, okay? So the first question that we're going to cover here came through my email series online. It was a really good question, and it was, how do you keep negativity and toxicity out of your gaming environment? I've played at your store, and it's always so welcoming and warm and inviting when I'm there. How do you achieve that? So this question is really good, and it's actually a little bit complicated, okay? But it starts first and foremost with me, okay, and my wife. And we had to sit down and ask ourselves about 15 years ago who we wanted to be as people. We were both pretty unhappy with the results that we had gotten in life at that point, and we were looking for something different, and we were looking to make a change. And so we started working on becoming better people and becoming the best us that we could be. So in that process, we learned that as you become a better person or become a better you tend to attract people that are like you. Okay? So in other words, if I'm the kind of guy that, yells at my opponent when they beat me, and I tell them how, lucky they were and how, they're just bad at this and they, whatever, okay, then I'm going to probably tend to attract people that think and feel that same way, because I'm naturally just going to repel people that don't think that way, right? So it started with Shannon and I focusing on what we wanted to see here and what kind of environment we wanted to have. And so then we fostered ourselves to become like that, and in the process, we attracted other people. So our staff, when we hire, we're first looking at, hey, is this person someone that knows how to smile? Are they going to be accepting and inviting to other people when we hire them on? And then that transcends into the community. The people that choose to play here tend to be people who are here to enjoy a game and want a positive experience out of it. So that's going to keep transcending through. So if you're in an environment where you're playing and you find yourself tending to be in environments that are more negative than positive, and you'd like to see that change, I would suggest that the first thing you do is turn those guns inward and say, okay, when I'm there, what am I talking about? How am I reacting to the people around me? And I bet you would find that there's room for improvement. And so you're going to look at those points of improvement and you're going to say, okay, cool, I can do something here. Now, a lot of people will take what I'm saying here and think, oh, okay, I got it. I just smile, and then I tell other people I need to smile. That's not kind of how this works, right? Because people don't want to be told they're doing something wrong. People want to be told they're doing something right. So you kind of have to do this backwards from what you think. There's a time and place to say, hey, that's a negative conversation and I don't really care to hear about it. If you've got somebody sitting at the table that's, just being discriminatory towards another race or sexual orientation or something along those lines, and they're stepping beyond acceptable social boundaries, well, sure, stand up and say something to them. And I like to relate this to a story that I heard when I was younger, and it's little Timmy comes home from school and he says, hey Mom, I was at school today and Sally was getting picked on by everybody. We all picked on her. And she says, well, Timmy, did you pick on her? Well, yeah, it was kind of fun. And, I said this thing, it was really funny. And she says, Timmy, it might be funny, but Sally didn't think it was funny. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't pick on Sally like that. And Timmy says, oh, okay, Mom. And he goes to school the next day, comes home, and he's like, hey, Mom, Sally was getting picked on again today, but I didn't pick on her. I stayed away from it, and I just did my schoolwork. Okay, Timmy, I mean, good. That's an improvement. I'm really proud of you that you got your schoolwork done and everything. But Timmy, did you tell them they shouldn't pick on Sally, or did you get a teacher? Well, no, Mom, I didn't. Okay, Timmy, well, I'm happy that you're not picking on people anymore, but, next time, maybe if you told them, hey, that doesn't make Sally feel good, stop doing that, and if they don't listen, get the teacher, maybe that would be better. Okay, Mom. So he goes to school and he comes back and he says, Mom, today the kids started picking on Sally, and I told them, that's not right. You shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do this. That makes Sally feel bad. And some of the kids stopped, but some didn't. They didn't listen to me. So I went and got the teacher, and the teacher stopped. And Sally was really happy, and she thanked me. Okay? So, I know that's a really kindergarten level simplified example of what we're talking about here, but the point here is, if you want to go hang out with your buddies and pick on people, well, that's fine. You go do that in your own basement, or you go do that, in an environment that's suitable for that, and you go pick on each other and have fun, But when you take that out of that environment into a multicultural game store, in a tournament environment, you're making a lot of other people uncomfortable, and you can be contributing to the negativity that you're worried about. But if you want to just go to a game store and just play games and not worry about it, that's fine. That's your level of involvement too. That's what we're here for, is to provide a place to game. But again, if you're concerned about seeing a more positive environment, you're not contributing there. You're not making it more positive. So I would say that the first step to creating a positive environment is, first and foremost, just be positive yourself. Encourage people. Welcome people in. Teach new people how to play games. Say hi to people. Congratulate your opponent when they beat you. All these different things that just becoming a better you can do. So hopefully this advice helps all of you, or those of you that would like to have a more positive environment, helps you foster a more positive environment in your local communities. Because I got to tell you, the more communities that we have that are warm, inviting places for people to play with a spirit of competition, then the better it gets for everybody. The more people there are playing these games, all of them, and the bigger it grows for everybody, and that's good for everyone involved. So, thanks a lot. Have a great day.